Hey, this is Yarrow Willard from Harmonic Arts, and in this video I want to share with you a little bit about the Sacred Masculine. This is a powerful blend of deep tonic herbs that can be worked with for increasing the body's vitality, vigor, and drive. So join us back in the kitchen where we share more about how to work with this one. The Sacred Masculine blend has 10 tonic herbs in it to awaken your inner power and inspire your Sacred Masculine. Eleuthero, pine pollen, nettle root, astragalus, Shou, Reishi, Chaga, Shilajit, licorice, and just a pinch of cayenne. All together, this blend helps tonify the kidneys and the adrenals, support the prostate, and give a little more vigor, drive, energy, and stamina to the body. Similar to the Divine Feminine, the Sacred Masculine blend can be used in many different ways. Of course, it's more nourishing to the prostate and to the male hormonal system, giving a bit more testosterone, energy, stamina, adrenal support that are things that work with that masculine archetype, but it can be used by both women and men. Both of these blends can. There's no one for the one and one for the other. I found that a lot of women find the Sacred Masculine blend to actually be really nourishing when they're feeling stressed out, burnt out, especially those people with 4 jobs and 3 kids and tons of things to do. This is the kind of blend that is for. So I want to take a moment here to go into each individual herb, how it's used, and then how we can use this blend as a whole, different ways in which we can use it and add it to our diet. So the first herb that I'm going to talk about is Eleuthero. Now, just like many of our formulas at Harmonic Arts, we blend tribes. We create herbal communities in our blend. And so Eleuthero happens to be the chief of this blend. In that sense, Eleuthero is one of these highly adaptogenic herbs. It's one of my favorites, in fact, because it's not too hot, not too cool, really balanced in the middle, and it's known as the Siberian secret for stamina, energy, and drive. It's got some antioxidants in it, supportive for the liver, but mostly it's adrenal support. That's its big thing. The next herb I want to talk about is the Shou or faux tea. Now, this herb has a lot of history of use. The name really Shou means Mr. He's black shiny hair, and the idea is by eating Shou you can have black shiny hair to keep you from going gray when you get older. How this works in the Chinese medicine system is it helps nourish the kidney yin and nutrify the body. So in that sense, it's great for adrenal or stress or any of this kind of burnout type thing. The Shou keeps us young and vital and supple for a long period of time. The next herb I want to talk about is pine pollen. Now, it's not really a herb, it's a pollen, right? But pine pollen is amazing. The type of chemistry that's in this pollen is super potent. We call this a super herb in that sense. It's tonic, but it's also super nutritive with more antioxidants and free radical scavengers than many of the other herbs around. It's also got a lot of bioflavonoids, which are antioxidants that support the body, but its main claim to fame, beyond having these kind of compounds, is its androgens. And androgens become bioavailable precursors for testosterone, so help building more energy and drive. And testosterone is not just for energy and drive, it's also for toning the body and giving us more focus and clarity in that sense. So this is a great herb to support that, but in order to work with the testosterone building compounds from the androgens, it's good to have herbs that are going to help assimilate those better. And that's why the nettle root is in there. Nettle root, more specific for the prostate and very nutritive, but it also helps build those androgens and convert them into testosterone and help support the body that way. I love nettles, and nettle root themselves are more that tropo-restorative, adrenal supportive, and prostate supportive, urinary bladder supportive aspect of the nettles. Next herb I want to talk about is Shilajit, which is rock warrior. This herb is not really a herb either, it's a mineral pitch. In fact, it's more closely apt to be described as 10,000 years of compressed ecosystems oozing out of the rocks in the summer months. Shilajit has over 87 minerals and is high in humic and fulvic acid. This is something that can help deep cellular bed regeneration and nutrification. So in this sense, it's a deep, deep herb that's going to nourish back the body. Especially useful when we get into older age and we're not digesting our food properly. That's where it really shines. But again, like I said, the name Rock Warrior, it's really to give more stamina and energy and bring us back into our body. This also has a bit of a libido effect in that sense of increasing our connection and could be sexual energy, but really it's vigor. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the medicinal mushroom compounds within this blend. Those are the Reishi and the Chaga. Now, they've been considered the king and the queen, but I like to consider them more like allies working together, but in very different aspects. I guess that makes some kind of king and queen. Reishi is really grounding and recentering, refocusing to bring us back into coherence and bring us back into our bodies. It's calming down for anxiety, asthma, nervous tension, all of this kind of stuff, but also having those strong immune supportive properties. It was considered one of the Chinese tonics for longevity. Now, Chaga grows on a birch tree and looks like a big inflamed wound on a birch tree, but actually, that's part of the doctrine of signature with Chaga. It's an anti-inflammatory herb. Works for inflammation in the gut, but it also has high levels of antioxidants. It's great for oxidative damage. So one of those is called SOD, superoxide dismutase, which puts Chaga through the roof as one of the highest antioxidants ever seen on this planet. Beyond that, Chaga is used in Russia commonly for tumor systems and immune imbalances, whether it's too high or too low. Both of these mushrooms have those immunomodulating properties. Next herb I want to talk about in this blend is Astragalus. Now, Astragalus is Huang Qi in Chinese medicine, yellow qi. It is great for soothing and calming down inflammation in the body, but it's quite a deep immune tonic as well. In fact, it's been shown to help increase our stem cell production. Astragalus works not only on the lungs, but also works on the liver and it works on the macrophages within the immune system, helping support our whole immune health. But another way it's been used is as prostate support. So anti-inflammatory and soothing, especially when we have deep issues where we have deep inflammation or deep chronic illnesses. So Astragalus is a great, supportive, sweet herb that gives us a lot of energy as well. Last couple herbs on here, the last two that I want to talk about are the licorice and the cayenne. Now, licorice is a harmonizer. In fact, it's the #1 herb in Chinese medicine, actually the #1 herb used in the world. Why? Because the Chinese put it in every formula. It's their great harmonizer. It brings all these flavors together to in a harmonic blend in that sense. So licorice has a nice sweet flavor, but it's also soothing to the mucous membranes, helping with any kind of inflammation all the way along the digestive tract. And it helps work with cardiovascular inflammation. So it's commonly used with blood pressure, but it's also used with bronchial inflammation and lung damage and lung issues in that sense. Love licorice. Great for the sore throat, great for so many different things. In fact, that's why the Chinese use it in so many ways. Last is cayenne. Now I know you're thinking, spice. Well, we just put a pinch of cayenne in there. Why? Because too much cayenne would make this blend over the top. But it's important to have a circulatory stimulant because it helps move the blood and get this blend working in the way it's got to work, which is moving through the body. In this sense, cayenne is the right stimulant because it's supportive to cardiovascular health in particular and helping remove stagnation. So when we have stagnation in the body, cayenne is one of the best herbs for that. It also helps stop bleeding. In fact, I even cut my finger, take a little cayenne, the blood stops. It's amazing. Powerful herb, but you just need a pinch. Altogether, these herbs make up the sacred masculine blend. And this is one of those deep, tonic, nutrifying, adrenal supportive, energy and stamina driving blends that you can use like a multivitamin, but instead it's a multi-herbal. In this way, it's going to support the healthy body, not just the body that is in chronic illness, but those who are also vital as well. Not just female, not just male, can be used by both. Because the Sacred Masculine Blend is a powder, it can be used in many different formats. We can put this into soups, stews, broths, or what we mostly like to make with it is just a hot tonic drink, or just like a tea, we add a bit of the powder to hot water. So that's what I want to make for you right now. Simply, this is one easy way to work with this blend. And since we're going to want to use this on a regular basis, these are tonic herbs that are safe to use over a regular period of time. So we want to be able to make this in a way that we can use it for 2-3 weeks, if not 2-3 months at a time. So of course I just happen to have a blender right there. So we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of powder and stir. About that much. To about 400 mils of water. From this, we can add in a little sweetener if we so choose, or we can add in a little bit of coconut oil or fat of some form, or start adding in other tinctures if we want. But this is just a perfect multi-herbal on its own. Now let's see if this is any good. Not bad. Has that deep kind of grounding effect with a tiny bit of spice in the back note. Delicious, and something we could use on a regular basis that way. I like this blend on its own, but you know, sometimes what I like to do is add in kind of medicinal mushroom teas rather than water. So I'll use chaga, or I'll use our tonic immunity, or I might use something like our adapting gems herbal blend. Some of these kind of things are like herbally inspired water that can just be another upgrade we add to this blend, but on its own, it's perfect, just like that. This blend nourishes us deep and is supportive, especially when we need a little more energy, drive, and our stamina is low. This blend is a total upgrade for our stamina and energy, especially when we're trying to replace something like coffee. This can make an easy upgrade, but you know what you could also do? You could even add this into your coffee, and it still tastes pretty good. Another way that I like to work with these blends, both the Divine Feminine and the Sacred Masculine, is to put them in honey, just a tiny bit of honey, roll them around, and make them into a nice jaggery kind of paste where I can roll it into little balls and make pills. This is for on the go. Like I said before, this is a multi-herbal rather than a multivitamin. We're talking about thousands of different aspects of chemistry that can work to tone and modulate our system. So I hope you get out and try these blends. Let us know what you think. We worked hard to make these as awesome as possible, as nutrifying and as tonic as we could possibly get. Tastes great and is something that I think many of you will enjoy. Ciao for now. We'll see you next time.